Hey everyone, Darren here for the Music Vault. Um, Doing a year-end video. Probably will be my last video of the year. I don't do top tens. Um, I was watching Dennis over at the Analog Archives, and he summed it up best. Um, I don't do year-end videos. I buy so much throughout the year that's not 2023 issues. As you will see, I have some. I think one or two, maybe three that are this year, but for the most part, everything is. I mean, for the first couple, they're from the early '90s, late '80s, early '90s. So I don't. I don't tend to buy a lot of new releases. Um, and, I mean, I buy enough, but not enough to go, oh, I have to have a top 10. Like, I could care less. I mean, I could give you top 10 albums that are freaking garbage, or top 10 bands that are garbage, but who cares? We'll keep it civil. So, anyways, we'll start out. First up, now this 2023, but it's an EP Crimson Moonlight, sorry, Abaddon. This is a 3-song EP of some of the most vicious Christian black metal you'll ever hear. If you're a fan of Crimson Moonlight, I highly recommend that album because it is stellar. Great album. Now, the rest I'm going to show because this is my third attempt at this video. So, I'm going to show you what my wife got for me for Christmas. Up number 1, Believer, Extraction from Mortality. Hands down, probably my favorite Christian thrash metal album of all time. I love this album. I don't think there is a song on this album that is. I think this album is just pure perfection. It's a great album. I was not impressed because this one came with a couple of dings and seam splits and stuff, so wasn't too impressed with that, especially with after the amount of money that my wife paid for all these for Christmas. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. The vinyl is and there's the hype sticker that goes on it. I keep these because they are cool. Vinyl, pretty nice. Translucent or transparent purple splatter. Um, Comes with the lyric sheet. Great album. It's like I highly recommend it. If you're a thrash fan, like especially an old '80s guy like me who loves '80s thrash, man, I highly recommend this album. If you can get yourself, now I know I have the originals on CD, and they are freaking expensive to buy. I know that because I've looked them up. And I think I saw one copy for I think $150 or $200 for a CD on eBay. Now they might have come down in price. I don't know. The last time I saw them when I was just browsing was expensive. Second one she got me, Believer, Sanity Obscure. Not as thrashy, more progressive. Awesome nonetheless. Believer was a great band. Still is. And I'm happy to say that they're still putting out albums. I have every album they've put out on CD and on vinyl. These three just complete the the list. And the third one was the third one, Dimensions. Now this is a gatefold. Now I got to say that these are all on the limited run vinyl, limited to 300 copies. The copies aren't hand numbered, so I don't know. I'll show you the vinyl because the vinyl is different on this one than it is on the other two. It is that. I think that is just cool. Custom center rings. Like that. Pretty cool. Yeah. Limited to 300 copies or 300 pressings. But I don't like those ones. They're not hand numbered, so I don't know. Now, on to what my daughters got me for Christmas. They basically pooled their money together and got me a Amazon gift card. And from that, I got the brand new Saddest album, which I've only heard a couple of songs from, and it's crazy how good this album is. It's 2023. From what I heard, I love it. But my favorite album from this band so far is Swallowed in Black, which I am getting from the UK. So, from that, of course, I had to buy that, which is the vinyl issue. And it comes on this really cool colored gray, black, pink, red starburst kind of deal with the custom centering. Comes with a lyric sheet. Again, what I've heard so far, two guys, Darren Travis, and I think his name's John Allen. And then the lyrics on that side. Yeah. Just awesome stuff. Highly recommend it if you're an 80s school guy, old school, an 80s old school thrash guy like myself, who is getting really cheesed off about putting this back in because it's not going in. Before I wreck it, I'll do it later. Yeah, if you're an old school 80s thrash guy like me, pick it up. You'll love it. Another band that I was big on, I don't know, few years ago, 5 years ago or so, and then I hadn't listened to them for a number of years, like obviously for the last 5 or 6 years or so, and then I spotted this, which I'm guessing is their brand new one, 2023, War of Ages on vinyl. I have pretty much everything except for the last two. Well, not this one. Two before this one, I think. I forget the name. I want to order it because I'm, kind of like a collection. Gotta have. I think two guys. These two dudes right here. They've been in the band since the beginning, I want to say. If I'm nasally in that, I'm just coming off a real bad case of head cold and COVID I got over Christmas. So, yeah, so that was just great. Whole family got COVID. And this is on a splatter with custom centerings. They're still on Face Down Records. If you like As I Lay Dying, these I wouldn't call them a metalcore per se, because I'm not a huge fan of metalcore. some of the wimpier bands, and he was like, "As I Lay Dying" is really good. Um, Kill Switch Engage really good. War of Ages is really good. But there's some really fluffy metalcore bands. I'm like, eh. I would probably put As I Lay Dying closer to like a death thrash. Same with these guys. The vocals are really aggressive. The guys are more of a thrash band now than they are a metalcore band. So, anyways, so yeah, so that was that. Then I go on these little kicks where I go on um, Amazon. I just start looking, and I start coming across like cheaper vinyl by bands, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that sounds like. I get them, and I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. I like it. Put it in my cart, and then I never buy it, and then the price goes up, uh, which happened on this one. So I got the gift card for Christmas, and then I threw it in my cart, and it um, sor- uh, Soreption, and the album is called Jord or Jord. I don't know. They are, I believe, Swedish. Uh, pro- uh, Progressive technical death metal. This album is awesome. It's freaking awesome. Gatefold, but it's just a single vinyl. And the color of this is killer. Look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, this album is just amazing. If you like your progressive, technical death metal, I highly recommend it. It's along the lines of Gorguts, Obscura. What else would it be? And along the lines of like that. Very technical, very punchy and brutal, and I mean, it's a great album. Packaging is really nice. I'm gonna buy it on CD so I can put it in my car. But yeah, great album. I have their last album on order. It's coming tomorrow. And that's Origin with Chaosmos. Brutal technical death metal again. I have every release from this band either on vinyl or on CD. I pretty much have all the CDs, but this one and then the one coming tomorrow makes 4. That's cool though. Really milky, just really cool. Makes 4 vinyl that I have, and yeah, just a great, just pummeling, punishing technical death metal. And getting away from this technical death metal thing, I really love the first 2 albums of this band. Everything else after the lead singer left, kind of pointless. And that's Skid Row. This is a double reissue of Slave to the Grind. The first side, Monkey Business, Slave to the Grind, The Threat. Great. It was a great album. I like I said, I really enjoy. I mean, you can say all you want about Sebastian Bach. He's a great singer, and the first 2 Skid Row albums to me are untouchable. They're simply amazing. Um, yeah, comes on a double 180 gram vinyl. I don't have an original copy, so I grabbed this. I have the CD, original CD, somewhere in my collection, but I don't. I don't have um, the album. So, guess what? Now I do. So, anyways, and then I get a couple of. Whoa, 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 whoa! Gotta juggle all this where I can put it up. Now, got that. Rush, the complete guide. Yeah, just a magazine all on Rush. I have another one. The other one, I guess this is part 1. This is part 2. I keep them in these magazine containers or holders because, they're really cool. Keeps them, fresh and from ripping and everything. And then I got that one. Guns N' Roses. The unauthorized. I think that's the second Guns N' Roses one I got. Anyways, and then I got I Hill to Die Upon. They have a new album called The Black Nativity, and for the one album, which was, I can't remember. I think it was their second album. The singer, R. Michael Cook, wrote a liner note book. That's what he did for the Black Nativity. They are a black metal band out of Oklahoma, I believe. Not 100%, but anyways, this is liner notes and lyrics and everything for their new album, The Black Nativity. They were selling it, so I figured I'd get it. I haven't got the album yet because I can't find it anywhere, but this was on Amazon, so I picked it up, and it explains the whole album and everything. So got a little bit of reading to do. I mean, I'm not a big reader. The only book I really read is the Bible. I have all these books here. I look at pictures, so that's why magazines are always a good thing. Anyways, that is my ramblings for the morning. I have one album coming, and then that's it. And I think I'm going to be purging my collection. I think getting rid of some stuff that I no longer really listen to anymore. A lot of death metal stuff that I'm just kind of, growing away from. I still love death metal, but I'm just growing away from these bands. I just haven't listened to them in forever. One of them being Cannibal Corpse. I used to be a big Cannibal Corpse fan. And the last 2 albums I don't own. Chaos Horrific and whatever the last one, something about violence. Chaos Violence, or I don't know. I just find that it's all sounding the same now. It's just, so it's kind of like, do I buy them just because they're Cannibal Corpse? I hate the covers. I've always hated Cannibal Corpse covers. It's like Slayer covers. Those are always the stupidest covers. I know they call it art. I call it ridiculous. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to get rid of that. I get a couple of Cradle of Filth CDs that I'm going to get rid of. The new Iman and Marth garbage. I can't stand that album. I bought it, listened to it once, nothing on it is memorable. So, just, so I think I'm going to do a little bit of purging. That way I can clean up some space to put up some other stuff that I have. As you see, I'm like limited to the space now. I'm going to be doing my closet as a a giant CD rack, putting shelves all the way down. I think I got 10 shelves to put in there, and that'll probably house another few hundred CDs. So, and then the rest, I got some punk stuff that I'm gonna get rid of, and some other stuff that I bought. Like, when you go to a store and they have a clearance bin, you get 4 for $10, and you see a really good CD that you want, but you'll pay $6 for it, and then you're like, but if I get these other three, I'll only pay 10 for the four. And you usually find something that's half decent. You bring it home and you throw it on and you listen to it once or twice, and then you're never listen to it again. Yeah, so I got a bunch of those. I get rid of some of that. The pop punk stuff that I have. But we'll see. We shall see. I don't know if I'm going to stop collecting or I'm just going to slow down and start buying things that I really, really, really want and really would like to have, as opposed to, say, just running out and buying the new Iced Earth because it's the new Iced Earth, or the new Cannibal Corpse just because I have the other Cannibal Corpse records. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. I'm really getting into a lot of old classic rock, especially a lot of Canadian stuff like Coney Hatch and Street Heart, Scotto, and the likes. There's so much Canadian content that is awesome. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's my rant. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I hope you guys have a blessed New Year. Be safe. Don't be drinking and driving. That's your public service announcement from the Music Vault. Anyways, you guys take care. Cheers.